Welcome to Wonderslate. Subscribe to our Telegram channel given in the description to updates and study materials. Topic for today's quiz is Democratic Rights. Question number 1. Kosovo a province of which country before splitting? Option A. France. Option B. Yugoslavia. Option C. USSR. Option D. US. The correct answer is Option B. Yugoslavia. Kosovo was a province of Yugoslavia before its split. In this province the population was overwhelmingly ethnic Albanian. But in the entire country, Serbs were in majority. Question number 2. When was the NHRC set up? Option A. 1991. Option B. 1993. Option C. 1996. Option D. 2008. The correct answer is Option B. 1993. National Human Rights Commission is an independent commission set up by law in 1993. Like judiciary, the commission is independent of the government. The commission is appointed by the president and includes retired judges, officers and eminent citizens. Question number 3. The right to seek the enforcement of all fundamental rights is called Option A. Right against exploitation. Option B. Right to freedom. Option C. Right to constitutional remedies. Option D. Cultural and educational rights. The correct answer is Option C. Right to constitutional remedies. Right to constitutional remedies itself is a fundamental right. This right makes other rights effective. It is possible that sometimes our rights may be violated by fellow citizens, private bodies or by the government. When any of our rights are violated, we can seek remedy through courts. If it is a fundamental right, we can directly approach the Supreme Court or the High Court of a state. Question number 4. What is the meaning of the term writ? Option A. A formal document containing an order of the court to the government. Option B. Writ allows. Option C. A right provided by the Constitution. Option D. None of the above. The correct answer is Option A. A formal document containing an order of the court to the government. Writ is a formal document containing an order of the court to the government issued only by High Court or the Supreme Court. Question number 5. Cultural and educational rights are safeguarded mainly for Option A. Women. Option B. Men. Option C. Children. Option D. Minority. The correct answer is Option D. Minority. The working of democracy gives power to the majority. It is the language, culture and religion of minorities that need special protection. Otherwise, they may get neglected or undermined under the impact of the language, religion and culture of the majority. That is why the Constitution specifies the cultural and educational rights of the minorities. Question number 6. Who called the right to constitutional remedies as the heart and soul of the Constitution? Option A. Sarojini Naidu. Option B. Rajendra Prasad. Option C. Mahatma Gandhi. Option D. B.R. Ambedkar. The correct answer is Option D. B.R. Ambedkar. When any of our rights are violated, we can seek remedy through courts. If it is a fundamental right, we can directly approach the Supreme Court or the High Court of a state. That is why Dr. Ambedkar called the right to constitutional remedies the heart and soul of our Constitution. Question number 7. Which fundamental rights ensures the ban on bonded labor? Option A. Right against exploitation. Option B. Right to equality. Option C. Cultural and educational rights. Option D. Right to freedom. The correct answer is Option A. Right against exploitation. Our constitution also prohibits forced labor or begar in any form. Begar is a practice where the worker is forced to render service to the master free of charge or at a nominal remuneration. When this practice takes place on a lifelong basis, it is called the practice of bonded labor. Question number 8. The government is responsible for providing free and compulsory education to all the children up to the age of Option A. 12 years. Option B. 14 years. Option C. 18 years. Option D. 21 years. The correct answer is Option B. 14 years. School education has become a right for Indian citizens. The governments are responsible for providing free and compulsory education to all children up to the age of 14 years. Question number 9. Absence of constraints means Option A. Minority. Option B. Writ. Option C. Freedom. Option D. Speech. The correct answer is Option C. Freedom. Freedom means absence of constraints. In practical life, it means absence of interference in our affairs by others, be it other individuals or the government. Question number 10. What does right to equality say about the public jobs? Option A. The government will provide job to all persons. Option B. Jobs will be reserved for the more meritorious students. Option C. All citizens will be provided with equal opportunity in matters of employment. Option D. None of the above. The correct answer is Option C. All citizens will be provided with equal opportunity in matters of employment. The same principle applies to public jobs. All citizens have equality of opportunity in matters relating to employment or appointment to any position in the government. No citizen shall be discriminated against or made ineligible for employment on the grounds of religion, race, caste, sex or place of birth. Question number 11. If our fundamental rights are violated, where can we seek the remedy? Option A. Parliament. Option B. Supreme Court or High Courts. Option C. Election Commission. Option D. President. The correct answer is Option B. Supreme Court or High Courts. When any of our rights are violated, we can seek remedy by approaching the Supreme Court or the High Court of a state. Question number 12. What is the condition of women in Saudi Arabia? Option A. The rights of men and women are same. Option B. Women have more rights than men. Option C. Women are subjected to many public restrictions. Option D. None of the above. The correct answer is Option C. Women are subjected to many public restrictions. In Saudi Arabia, women are subjected to many public restrictions. The testimony of one man is considered equal to that of two women. Question number 13. How was the massacre of Albanians finally stopped? Option A. Milosevic changed his mind. Option B. Several countries intervened to stop the massacre. Option C. Several countries intervened to stop the massacre. Option D. None of the above. The correct answer is Option B. Several countries intervened to stop the massacre. The massacre of Albanians was being carried out by the army of their own country, working under the direction of a leader who came to power through democratic elections. This was one of the worst instances of killings based on ethnic prejudices in recent times. Finally, several other countries intervened to stop this massacre. Milosevic lost power and was tried by the International Court of Justice for Crimes Against Humanity. Question number 14. Which of the following is not a fundamental right? Option A. Right to freedom. Option B. Right to work. Option C. Right to equality. Option D. None of the above. The correct answer is option B. Right to work. Right to freedom and right to equality are fundamental rights provided by the Constitution to the citizens, while right to work is not a fundamental right. Question number 15. What does the word secular mean? Option A. Majority dominate minority in every aspects. Option B. The state only allows the minority to propagate their religion. Option C. The state has no religion of its own. Option D. None of the above. The correct answer is option C. The state has no religion of its own. India is a secular state. Most people in India, like anywhere else in the world, follow different religions. Some may not believe in any religion. Secularism is based on the idea that the state is concerned only with relations among human beings, and not with the relation between human beings and God. A secular state is one that does not establish any one religion as official religion. Question number 16. What is meant by begar? Option A. A person who is begging. Option B. Practice of forcing workers to work without any wages. Option C. Encouraging workers to work at normal wages. Option D. None of the above. The correct answer is option B. Practice of forcing workers to work without any wages. Begar is a practice where the worker is forced to render service to the master free of charge or at a nominal remuneration. When this practice takes place on a lifelong basis, it is called the practice of bonded labor. Question number 17. One of the forms of exploitation as mentioned in the Constitution is traffic. What does it mean? Option A. Traffic system. Option B. Buying and selling of human beings. Option C. Buying and selling of vehicles. Option D. None of the above. The correct answer is option B. Buying and selling of human beings. Traffic is selling and buying of men, women or children for immoral purposes. Question number 18. Which is the correct meaning of PIL? Option A. Public interest legislature. Option B. Public interest litigation. Option C. Public information literature. Option D. Public interest literature. The correct answer is option B. Public interest litigation. Any person can go to court against the violation of the fundamental right, if it is of social or public interest. It is called public interest litigation, PIL. Under the PIL, any citizen or group of citizens can approach the Supreme Court or a High Court for the protection of public interest against a particular law or action of the government. One can write to the judges even on a postcard. The court will take up the matter if the judges find it in public interest. Question number 19. Right to property is option A. Fundamental right. Option B. Judicial right. Option C. Human right. Option D. Constitutional right. The correct answer is option D. Constitutional right. Constitution provides many more rights, which may not be fundamental rights. For example, the right to property is not a fundamental right but it is a constitutional right. Question number 20. Promise made by individuals. groups or countries to uphold a rule or principle is termed as Option A. Claim. Option B. Summon. Option C. Writ. Option D. Covenant. The correct answer is Option D. Covenant. Covenant is a promise made by individuals, groups or countries to uphold a rule or principle. It is legally binding on the signatories to the agreement or statement. Thank you for watching the video. If you'd like practice this quiz, then download the Wonderslate app now, link in the description below. If you have any suggestion for us, feel free to leave comments. If you liked the video and want to see more of it, hit the thumbs up and don't forget to click on subscribe button to get more updates of the future videos.